Hello out there once again, people. This is Prime McManus, and I want to come back at you again with a new video. And in this new series that I'm going to do, and in the series, it's going to be called Games That Are Similar to Each Other. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through like some series. What I do is I talk about games in like our specific series or games that are made by the same publisher, but yet made with like some of the same gameplay that all share like a similar style of gameplay in their games in all the games they've ever made. So without further ado, let's kick it off with the biggest offender, Call of Duty. Oh, real shocker, I suppose. I mean, if you don't know that all of the Call of Duty games are pretty much the same at this point, I don't know what you've been living under. I don't know. You've ever been living under a rock, or you haven't. You buy them occasionally, like you don't buy them religiously every year, like ever since they've annualized it back in 2005. So, ever since Call of Duty Modern Warfare, call it the first Modern Warfare back in 2007, pretty much all of those games have been like all of the games have been this same thing ever the same. They've been this pretty much the same thing. Here's some of the same things. Oh, you always had this 6v6 multiplayer. You had the same Twitch style gameplay. You have quick. You have quick. You have people who either quick scope or no scope, and you have people running around with knives because they're so overpowered. You can just stab someone and they're just dead, and you can't counteract it because what reasons? And then you have the Michael Bay campaign, where all pretty much like I'd say like ever since like Ghosts, it's been a lot more. It released the Infinity Ward type of games. They've always had like a lot more spectacle to them. They were sort of like the more Michael Bay type of Call of Duty games, where stuff like the Black Ops series, or at least the first two, they were more about like the espionage. More like about espionage, thrillers, and stuff like that. Like, where are the numbers, Mason? Where are the numbers? and then, pretty much ever since like 2014, they've been like they've been all set in like the far future with like technology that's pretty much way far to like so far in the future. We wish we could have it. Like Black Ops 2 and Ghost were sort of set in the future, but like that was like technology that's still like plausible. It could be it's plausible as like it could happen, but yet with the newer Call of Duties like Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and now Infinite Warfare, they're all set in like 22, 23 or something like that. Like they're all set in the far future. This is like technology that like we imagine in our daydreams that could happen. I mean, we imagine this kind of technology being available for everyone, at least for our military, at least. But still, we still imagine this technology. I mean, this is like technology that's not gonna be around until like the 23rd century, and our great grandchildren's children are gonna be flying around in their own spaceships at this point, fighting in space. And so, every once in a while, you usually pretty much Call of Duty has like I think Call of Duty is starting to get a little bit tired among the gamers as like ever since Black Ops 2, they have steadily declined in sales. Like so far, like Black Ops 2 was the highest selling game, at least I think it was, of the Call of Duty series, because like they've kept on outselling each other because they were at their prime, and like people were still interested in it. But ever since like Ghosts, that's started to come down. Like they've steadily decreased every single year, and so far with like Infinite Warfare, and like they showed like a gameplay demo at E3, and I thought it looked pretty cool. Although I don't play Call of Duty religiously, like a lot of the people who are who say they're tired of it did. Hell, first game I ever played in Call of Duty was Call of Duty Ghosts. Like, yeah, yeah, my mom. Yes, you had to have a cool mom in order to play Call of Duty back in its prime, and you're my age. So what? So I never really got. I didn't play Call of Duty until Call of Duty Ghosts, but I did play some of the multiplayer, and I do like it sometimes, but yet I do enjoy it when like I can do good at it, but I don't play it religiously, so I never really get good at it because I find it like alright, and I'm playing Black Ops 3. I got that for Christmas, and when I tried to play it on the Christmas day, my internet connection kept crashing, and even ever since then, my internet connection always keeps on crashing. Like I lag so bad, and it makes me frustrated because I get killed because I don't know when the guy's coming because the game lags, and then when I come back, I go to this kill cam just like, oh, who killed me? I mean, it's annoying. I played Battlefield 4. That's my first Battlefield game. Actually, no, that's a lie. Bad Company was my first Battlefield game. Well, I didn't play the multiplayer in that, but yeah, Battlefield 4, which has a lot more stuff running on it. Like they run a lot more players on Battlefield 4 than they do in Call of Duty. Because in Call of Duty, you just have like you have 6v6. You have the 6v6, and yet you still can have a good internet connection, although that's just host advantage. That's the host advantage part coming in, but yet still it sucks. I don't think there's even host advantage anymore. I guess just for like private matches, but whatever. I don't know, it still sucks. And then, but with Battlefield 4, that game has a lot of stuff doing it. Like, yeah, you have destruction going on, you have like powerful graphics with the Frostbite engine, and you have all these other players running around, and yet the game almost never lags, and it runs buttery smooth. At least for consoles. I don't really tell what. I don't know if it's like 6. I think it's 30, because like I think Battlefield's on consoles at least, or I think consoles at least, they've always ran at like 30 frames a second. Just because I think because of all the stuff that they do and others, all the stuff that they have running in it, that they've pretty much had to do. They pretty much have to do the 60 frames a second. 30 frames, I mean, but whatever. My point is, if you don't know that Call of Duty is the same at this... Sorry about the little tangent at the end, but at this point, if you don't know Call of Duty is pretty much the same game made year after year, but with an outdated engine that's past its prime for like 10 years, because it was built on the ID Tech 4, and I think they just made gradual improvements to it over the years. And I would say I know like the team at Treyarch, they have they don't use like the newer versions of the engines. They just use like I think they use like the IW3 engine. And then they just made tweaks to it, and I think to me like Black Ops 3 is probably like one of the, even though on next gen I think some of the textures look really bad, but whatever, that's another discussion for another time. So, all in all, Call of Duty is the same. It's just been the same ever since 2007, and if you don't, even with 3 years in development, they're still the same game, just with a little more extra polish, I'd say. So, if you don't know that it's the same at this point, I would say the space battles in Infinite Warfare is probably the most interesting thing COD has done in a while. Like, pretty much they've almost been like ripping off stuff Titanfall has done. Although there's been games that have done it before Titanfall, but like Titanfall was like so hyped, and then it's the freshest one in their mind, so like it's pretty much the instant comparison that they do. Because like in Infinite Warfare, you have the grapple that you pull people towards it. In Black Ops 3, you had the wall running and the boosting and the boost sliding, and then in Advanced Warfare, yeah. So pretty much at this point, I'm just waiting for Call of Duty to add Transformers Max to it. So all in all, that's it. Call of Duty is the same every year. it's been that way for almost 7 years. And if you still enjoy it, all the power to you. But for those who are tired of it, they would wish that like they did take a year off. And I think Infinite Warfare is getting a little too much hate because like I think it's just people do it just because it's cool and so they just do it like that because it's cool to hate on COD. But I don't know. I might check out Infinite Warfare if I get it. I'm expecting the same stuff I got with Black Ops 3, just with space battles in the campaign, and I know think space battles are gonna be a part of multiplayer. Although that would be pretty cool, but I highly doubt that would happen because Call of Duty it's been the same multiplayer every year. Even with all the cool stuff even with all the other stuff they added to it to change up how the game plays, it's still been the same. So I think if they did a Space Battles multiplayer, they'd at least get the edge on Battlefront with the new Battlefront at least. The Battlefronts before that, Battlefront 2 that had Space Battles, but this new one didn't for some odd reason. That whatever, EA screw that one up. So if COD does have Space Battles and multiplayer, that'd probably be the most interesting thing they have done to multiplayer in years. And also, it's pretty shady. It's pretty greedy that they're locking in Modern Warfare Remastered behind the paywall. You have to get like the Legacy Edition, anything above the Legacy Edition to get the Modern Warfare Remaster. And you're only getting 10 multiplayer maps, so you're pretty much getting gimped out on Call of Duty. If you want to get Call of Duty 4, you're pretty much getting gimped out. So who knows? They might add more content to it. I don't know. It's Activision. Nope. They'll still find milk in there, even if there really isn't any left. Well, that's it for my video. I'll catch you guys next time.